Yeah. So you started off losing some weight. Like you started off as a fat boy,
Yeah.
and then you got tiny, but you were shredded. So how did you go from that? Because you were like smoking cigs, drinking, eating trash.
I was just a big pile of crap, essentially. Just to be honest.
What was like the trigger? Did something happen? Was there a moment where you were like, the switch has flipped, I'm just gonna go all in, I'm gonna change my life, or did it kind of slowly start to come on?
No, it was 100% a switch just in one night. And I feel like a lot of people can understand this in the fitness industry. It was an ex that kind of like started all this.
It's a little heartbreak.
Yeah, I'm sure. Like I said, people have. If you haven't been heartbroken, then good for you. But I was heartbroken, essentially, and so I decided to move to Florida on a limb and go to this diving school. And when I was attending this academy, we had to wake up 5 a.m, do PT, which that already kind of started to encourage me. While I was there, though, my ex was like, "Yeah, I cheated on you," and I was like, "All right, I have two options: either I go home and try to get this girl back, dumb, or I stay here and change my life." I said, "Fuck it, I want to change my life. I don't want to be this way anymore." I was smoking cigarettes, drinking every single day. I just cold turkey it. And literally from that day, that call that happened that night, I was drunk that night, woke up the next day, said, never again will you be this way. And every morning I'd wake up, I'd do the PT, I'd go to the school. It's 10-hour days. After that, I would go for like around 5-mile run, and then I'd go to the gym for 2 hours every day. I didn't miss a day for months, and I lost... Let's see, I went from like 230 to 155.
So you were just full on villain arc.
It was villain arc
mode.
all the way. And then when I met you, I was like around 150, 155. So I was like,
you're a little guy.
Getting a little skinny, yeah. So I got shredded, but then people are like, yo, you need to put some weight on. I met you kind of at the right time. So then I started to put more weight on, take lifting more serious, and my diet more serious. And yeah, that's kind of how I got here. But it was a villain arc.
When you lost all the weight, did you change your diet, or is it all just from increased activity?
When I lost my weight?
Yeah. Once that you said, all right, switch has flipped, did you like, all right, I'm cleaning up my diet, or were you just like, I'm just going?
I did it the wrong way. So I was in the villain arc. In my head, I was like, I'm all in. I fasted for like 3 months, but I did like 24-hour fast. I only ate once a day. Not recommended at all because I lost a lot of muscle in the process, but I did lose a lot of weight. But with that, I lost a lot of muscle, which is honestly how I lost it so fast. In 3 months, I probably lost like, I don't remember, 50 pounds or whatever it was.
So you only ate crazy. One time a day, 7 days a week. What kind of meal was that looking like?
Breakfast.
That's it.
I would
a
have
monster breakfast?
One boiled egg, maybe like some oats, maybe like they had biscuits and gravy sometimes if I wanted to cheat, but that was it. One meal, that was it.
So you basically just had no food coming in.
Nothing.
You're just
all I
living
had
off
was
fat
coffee.
stores.
All I had was coffee throughout the day, and nothing in the coffee, just straight black coffee. Dude, I was all in.
What a terrible decision, but it worked.
It was a terrible decision. It did work for me.
That's good, though.
And now I know I can reflect back on that and understand that wasn't the smart move, but at the same time, I wouldn't be where I'm at if I didn't do that.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah, I mean now it's just like obviously a routine. It's part of my daily routine to just live a healthier lifestyle. And now I obviously have my diet dialed in where I can be strong and jacked and all the things I want to be. But yeah.
So what's the mindset that goes into that? Because in the beginning, having like a breakup or some sort of like traumatic event, like that's a hot burning fuel, big time. Lots of motivation, but that doesn't burn forever. Right. It's like throwing paper onto a fire. It's going to be big and it's going to roar, but it's going to die quickly. So you obviously stayed in the game way long enough to lose all the weight. And now obviously you're still in the game. So what's the mindset that keeps you going once that fuel of some sort of traumatic event or breakup, something like that, once that's gone, like what's the mindset from there?
Well, now it's just, like I said, part of my routine. Once it's part of your routine, it's just part of your life. So it's like going to work. You have to go to work every day. It's just like that, going to work. Like it's just part of what I have to do to stay like in my element. Because if not, I will go crazy if I don't get to the gym. Yeah. And I'm sure you understand that. A lot of other people in the fitness industry understand that. Like you've been doing it for a while. Like it's just part of your life.
Yeah, I have so much energy inside of me.
Yeah.
And that energy is going to come out somewhere. So if it doesn't come out in the gym, it's going to come out in the world around me. So I have to have this release somewhere in my life that is a positive way, or I'm going to end up on Channel 6 News. Because I'm just a full-on crazy
murdered.
person. But yeah, honestly, it really does mellow me out. And I feel like, especially after hard lifting, like I just have, especially in like relationships and things like that, I'm much more patient with dealing with girls that are just fucking insane, which typically is the types that I like to date. And I'm not even saying that in a derogatory way. I'm saying that in like, this is what I enjoy. But it allows me to be much more patient.
Yeah.
So.
But yeah, I mean, yeah, all I'd say to somebody is just start. Just start. Just start by, you just, if you can't find yourself going to the gym, try to find a partner or a friend that might be interested, or find a group session. There's like plenty of classes. There's this thing called Class Pass. Like, you could do all that. You can buy a program. Because if you spend your money on, stuff that's like going to benefit your life, you're most likely going to do it then, versus like, I'll do it tomorrow, or, oh, it's January and this year I want to lose weight. So you start going to the gym and then it just dies off. It just trends to die off, and boom, you're just back to where you were before.
Yeah, this is what I recommend to people that are just getting started is it doesn't matter what you do when you're at the gym. It just matters that you go to the gym. And I had this, I'll tell this quick story, but I moved to Hawaii. I didn't work out for like 4 or 5 months, maybe once a week, maybe. And then I was like, I got to start working out again. And I just totally switched. I didn't do powerlifting, I didn't do competitive, just more kind of bodybuilding stuff. And my goal was like, I'm just going to go to the gym 6 days a week. And if I walk into the gym and then I turn around and walk back out, that's a win. And there's days where I did that, where I got up early as fuck, go to the gym. I was like, I don't feel like doing this today, and I walk back out. But I made that my routine and my lifestyle. And then once it became this just what I do, then that's when I started to be like, okay, and let me get a little bit more serious about dialing in on a program. Let me write some new stuff, whatever. But if you don't have the routine, you could be doing the most perfect science, based thing in the world. If you don't have the routine of showing up every day, it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
so
that's true. It's the most important part.